me tell you how much that I love you. You found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, stood no chance. But you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me light. Now that I'm with you, me one say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder. Without my baby, without me love, without me love. And no dance and sing and nothing, because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Chada, 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 chada. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Chada, 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 chada. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. So me, we happy, love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under, to get under, I know. Put your love in my life, control that. I lay down my life this way. Do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings, they come my way. And all the bad things, they turn and away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Excuse me, it's for me. Greetings and gratitudes. How are ya? Come on, Malika, for me. This ball is right here. That's okay. Greetings and gratitudes. We are back on the main page. They blocked us for 2 weeks. Why would they ever do that? Oh my God. How are you? Am I glowing? Well, you know, some things that set me up and put me on fire. And now I'm all glowy and stiff. Hey, Pamela. Hey, pretty Raya. Hey, whatever, Winnie. You book Monday through Friday by calling my phone number, speaking to Maya J, and she will get you a booking. Hey, Bridget. What's going on, Adrian? Mo Loves Fun House, Shanika Mack, Empress Holton, Nakia Brown, Crystal Washington, and Rising Wisdom. Greetings, everyone's. Well, got some stuff to talk about. I don't know where to start. Listen, let me take these off. I can't make up the crazy. I can't make up the crazy. I can't make up the delusions. After today, I will never address this again because I'm so sick of it. But because this is my platform and I do what I want to on it. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I don't care how many threats with your lawyer that you make. Please pull up the text messages. If Yvonne P gets on here, please let me know because I would like for her to come up here and speak to me. So I woke up again this morning. It's rising to... I don't want it to lock. You have a lock on there? Okay. I'm going to have to put these back on for a second. Okay. And this is where they start?
That was after Saturday.
Yes. Okay. So it's one thing when Spirit shows me. That's your stuff too.
Yeah.
When Spirit shows me And we ain't raised the frequency in a few days, so we might just do that too. Feeling as good as I'm feeling right now. It don't stop. It won't stop. It will stop today, though. It's going to stop today because today is checkmate. Checkmate. So I talked to my beautiful friend Malika, and she was like, "This person does not even deserve you to click out." I said, "You're right." I wake up to this email, and we're going to read through all of the emails and the text messages, and then another email, because I really would like for Yvonne P to come up here and speak with me, please, because she came with receipts on the delusions as well. Listen, everything else said, I don't give a fuck. I come with receipts because I am always devilized. I am always the villain, and I'm not. So this proves and shows everything that the fuck I have been saying. Greetings, Governess Quatita. I am rescinding the MOU agreement for the Reigniting My Power manual. You mean like rewriting your script by Quatita? Is anyone in this? And please hit the like button as you come in. Please hit the like button as you come in to my forum. Is anyone unaware of my class that I teach called Rewriting the Script, as I have a second class coming up? Let me pull this up for you. This will be the second class. Okay? I do a class that's called Rewriting Your Script. That was months and months ago. Correct? Gratitude for the hands, right? And gratitude and greetings, Ron Anderson. How are you? Right. You guys are aware of it. Some of you may not be. Okay. This is my second half. And then I started another class. This is part 2. This is my other class. I did Healing with the Church Couldn't Fix. That's part 1. My part 2 is Correcting Your Script, Balancing Your Energy, and Discovering Love, which comes with the workbook. Everyone is aware of that, correct? The reason why I keep pushing it back is because I'm working on my workbook that I announced a long time ago, right? Anybody unaware of that? So now what I'm going to do is go to my events, my past events, and I'm going to pull this up for you. Because this is going to stop. This will stop. June 26, 2022 is when I did Healing with the Church Couldn't Fix. Then I came on live and gave free classes, and I brought up other speakers. And the series is called Healing with the Church Couldn't Fix, in which I brought this person up on my platform. And ma'am, your name is not important enough for me to fucking mention. That's why I didn't mention it yesterday. Be done with the delusions. I have many classes. February 27, 2022. Writing your own script, lights, camera, action. My second class that would connect with that let me go back. Hold on. What up, Nick T? Okay. So here is the other one. I think I showed it already. I don't know. Let's see. Is this going to stop? By the way, we have up the homeschooling class. That's up as well. So this is my other one. Correcting your script, balancing your energy, and discovering love. Part 2. Okay. So I am rescinding the MOU agreement for the Reigniting My Power manual. This manual consists of 34 pages with contributions from the Reverence Prayer. Whose prayer is that? Mine. Main deities and association to deities. Now, below you will find the following contributions that have been removed. So basically, this email says that she's going to remove anything of my teachings that she has used in her book, in her workbook. Okay, cool. Contributor page 2, Reverence Prayer page 6 and 7, Main Deities page 12 and 13, Association to Deities page 25, paragraph example Baphindia and Baphomet. Okay. Never mind this here. Never mind. Greetings, Miss Quotidian Governess. I am writing because I would love to have you as a guest on my I Got You Healing podcast, which never happened. Someone saw that? Because it never happened. It never happened. Since I was led to your YouTube page, please document this right here. Since I was led to your YouTube page, April 2021, we now have proof that, ma'am, you knew about me a year prior to that. And we have all of the screenshots from a group that you were in that featured me. You came with an agenda. I'm pissed that I didn't see it because I trusted you. My life and spirituality has grown rapidly and beautifully due to your teachings. My teachings, you mean like rewriting your script, correcting your life, healing kings, healing Melanite families? You mean these teachings? Because you've listed the reverence prayer and deities. That is not all that you have used of mine. Okay? I have walked into my power with confidence and honor, and I nobly give gratitude to you for that. Okay. Just so we're clear. An email will be sent from DocuSign with an updated MOU in regards to the agreement. Please sign at your earliest convenience when received. Why would I sign an agreement when we never signed an agreement for us to go forward with the workbook itself? We never even entered into a contract. Everything was verbal. So why would I then sign an agreement of something that we never even signed an agreement with in the first place? Okay. Gratitude for, 1, interviewing on I Got You Healing podcast. It never happened. Now, because you said that I'm defaming your character and that I'm bullying you on my platforms, and that if I speak of you again, you'll get your attorney, please do that. Because when you get your attorney, you now must present this interview. I mean it. You must present this interview to me. Because it never happened. And you're stating it as if it did. When did it happen? Present the interview. Period. Being on your platform, let's have the conversation. Healing what the church couldn't fix and sharing the Lionsgate fast on your platforms. Absolutely. As I was asked to do so. Absolutely. because I was asked to do so. And then I was asked to do a cameo. And again, a cameo did not happen. Let's do this so everyone is clear. Okay. So basically, if you are looking up what a cameo is, a cameo role, also called a cameo appearance and often shortened to just cameo, is a brief appearance of a well-known person in a work of the performing arts. You offered me to come into your Zoom class as a cameo, in which that never happened because you then made me a fucking student to my own teachings. And like I said to you on the phone, I asked a question about my father to participate. And like I said to you, and you agreed, I already knew the answer to it because it's my teachings. And you said, absolutely, governess, I know it. I would not even fuck with you like that. And I said to you, I simply was participating because you made me your student. You made me a student of my own teachings. Y'all gonna learn to fuck with somebody else, bro. You even listed you're grateful for the meeting with an editor and publisher, someone that was supposedly going to help me with my my app, and then an attorney that you referred to me. I have text messages. I never asked you for any of this shit. You kept offering. And then when you set up the meeting, you stayed in both meetings. It was not your business. You said to me, I will set up the meeting and introduce you, and then I will allow you to go into the meeting. Why were you in my meetings? I know it's true. I know it's true. So then you sent screenshot of text messages, and you said for me not to show them, I will. Why did you send me this? I have no clue. What is this? You sent me screenshots of our text messages. Why? I'm confused on why you sent these. But since you sent them, this is the Zoom meeting for the Lionsgate. FYI, the class is not showing on Eventbrite. At Marshall, I'm going to message the Lionsgate Fast Crew to order the High Council teas. Where should they place their order? TJ shared the link to class. At Maya, can you please extend the purchase deadline for the class? It says sales ended. I responded and said I extended it because I was preparing for the wrong class, so I just moved it. You sent this to me because why? You're fucking delusional. And I said what I said. Then you sent another email. Back to back, you sent these emails to me this rising. Greetings, Governess Quatita. Attached is an official termination letter of our memorandum of understanding. As of today, August 8th, 2022, any defamation of character, attacks, or bullying on any of your platforms will be followed by correspondence from my attorney's office. For example, constantly discussing and calling my name out on your platforms to discuss a matter that happened privately between us. Somebody called her name? Did I call her name yesterday? Oh. You should have taken the fucking L and walked away. And you didn't. That's okay. Now, let's read on for just a moment. Shall we? Let me go here so I can show this. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to some beautiful things here momentarily. What is it? Doesn't matter who we're talking about. They know who the fuck we're talking about, and that's what matters. Okay. Defamation is a communication that injures a third party's reputation, honor, or dignity in front of another third party. It can be oral or written. It constitutes um, a tort or a crime. You must didn't know that I have worked many cases for people because I channel attorneys, and most of those cases, I can actually prove those to you, are tort cases and defamation cases. What is an example of a defamation of character? What is defamation? Defamation is a false statement, like the one that you issued saying that you interviewed me, that you now must bring forward. Statement presented as fact that causes injury or damage to the character of the person it is about. An example is Tom Smith stole money from his employer. If this is untrue, and if making the statement damages Tom's reputation or ability to work, it is defamation. For example, constantly discussing and calling my name out on your platforms to discuss a matter that happened privately between us. I have not discussed anything or brought up your name to mine or your community or on any social platforms of our private correspondence, which include text messages or group messages. Now, I can officially call you a liar, ma'am. And that's not defamation. You know why? Because I also have all of the text message that you sent about me to groups. Okay. I'm driving and can't watch the live, so you're now attacking me on your platform for something you said that you didn't want to do. What would that be? What did I say I didn't want to do? What would that be? Oh, okay. I didn't do anything disrespectful or inappropriate to you for all that negativity. Now, again, let me reiterate. You asked me to come into your class for a cameo. And you shortened me, you disrespected me. Even when I asked a question, you were very short with me and moved forward. At no point was a cameo ever given to Cortita, the governess, who came as a cameo and invite from you. But it wasn't until I realized yesterday you were still acting out of malice for being upset, in which I could probably call Malika, and she also overheard the conversation between you and I, where you were openly upset about not being able to come where I was in Florida. This was an attack on me. You attacked me. I gave you nothing but pure fucking love. Don't worry about it, because we won't talk about this again. But since you decided to send this email to me, all three of them, I did what you asked of me to do, and you're mad at me for doing what you asked me to do. I am not understanding. I didn't fucking ask you to do shit. What would I have asked you to do? I had not spoken to you since the day prior, which was what, a Saturday, I believe. And I said, my class is Sunday. So for me to come into your fucking Zoom class, you would have to move that because my class is then. So then I realized I was preparing for the wrong class. So I moved my class and came into your Zoom for the cameo. As you were supposed to move yours. You didn't. Not my problem. Don't give a fuck. I still came and did what I was asked to do because I didn't ask you to do anything. What would I even need from you, ma'am? That's not nice, governess. And you're dead wrong for that. But it's all good. I pray that you truly find peace, because lashing out like this of GP is not cool. You could have came to me as a woman and we could have had a conversation. I did. I called you and you lied and you cried and you lied and you thought I bought it and I didn't. However, you said I lashed out at you. That's what you said. You said that. You said that's not nice, right? And you're dead wrong for that. Okay. Yet it was me that woke up to this. Grand Rising, governors. I'm going to step on your toes with this one. And I want you to know that I'm okay if you're mad at me for it. But you'll be all right, and definitely no love lost. You sent that to me the day after. Now, greetings. I'm sorry. I just really want you to validate the conversation that you heard when she did not get the address.
You were on the couch. We were all chilling in the living room, and she was on speaker. And you said, "Are you still coming this way today?" And she said, "Well, I didn't get the address, so she didn't bother getting on the road, something in that fathom, whatever." And then she had said, "Yeah, I woke up in a not so great energy today. I'm just not feeling good today now." But the day before, she was fine, even though she didn't even hit me up to see if it was okay to come to my residence, which is what she was asking the address for. She's in a group chat that she felt the need to be disrespectful to Maya in after everything had happened. Yet she never utilized that chat to say, "Hey, Malika, when I come to see governors tomorrow, I'd love to stop by and, hang out at your house with you all for a little bit. May I have your address? Is that okay?" Or anything in regards to that whatsoever.
So she was already in her feelings about it, correct?
Yes, she was already in her feelings. That she said from that rising, she woke up and she wasn't in a good place, because you asked her, you said, "Well, are you still going to come now? Because we can meet up somewhere." And she had said that she was not going to come because she was already in her feelings from earlier that day, and it did not feel like making the drive any longer.
Yes. And then I said, "Well, are you close to Daytona? Because that's where we're going."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "No, that's even further."
Yeah, because I remember at the same time I said, "Oh, she's further because she's down south," and she said the same thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude, Malika.
Oh, you're welcome. And feel free to read my response as well. I know that you take the time to consider other people's feelings, so sometimes you leave out stuff that we say. But if you need to say anything that I have said or that we've spoken about or that I responded to, feel free, Governess.
Yes, ma'am. We'll do. Gratitude.
All right.
Okay. It's the delusions for me. That's what it means. Okay. So then, because you said that, and then you said you could have came to me as a woman and we could have had that conversation. For what? You had already came to me with an attack. You said you didn't mean it. I wasn't meaning it like that. You did mean it like that because you were upset. I did your class and I still showed you gratitude and I still was kind to you. And then I had a good night. We did a live. I did beautiful readings. I went to bed. I woke up to that text message from you. Calling that woman a nutcase, saying, "Why am I still dealing with her? You ain't making no money from that." And then when I said, "I'm stepping on your toes now, why would you ask me to come on in a cameo and you made me your student? Why didn't you utilize me?" You said, "Oh, you would have read them people," as if that's all I am. But I can recall again from your text message where you said, "My teachings saved your fucking life." But you also said you discovered me April 2021. When did she discover me, Maya? So says the screenshot. 2020. So you've been formulating a fucking plan for a very long time, ma'am. and you wiggled your way in there. And again, I told you I didn't even take notice of you until you started putting timestamps up for my horoscopes. That's when I took notice of you. And I reached out and said gratitude for that. And you said, I want to talk to you about something business-wise. I would like to interview you. I said, okay, sure. I called you when I was having brunch by myself at Cracker Barrel. And we sat down and discussed me doing the interview, which never happened. Okay. But you said you didn't discuss me in any text messages or group messages, but this is your name on here. Someone responded, and I don't know. Tell me who responded. I don't know. With all due respect, this is you, okay? And you called her unimportant ass fucking name. This didn't need to be put in here in this manner. You could have texted her privately or called to do the same. This isn't something that should have been put out here. Marshall says, I'm agreeing with Maya on this one. You could have respectfully texted her phone personally. Why? Because this is a group thread. And she said, with all due respect, Maya, absolutely. And bashing me on live shouldn't have been done either. Someone bashed you? That didn't happen. I read word for word. I spoke word for word. You couldn't stand in your truth because you had been exposed. As I exposed you again yesterday. And I never... Oh. As I exposed you again yesterday for the fraud and fake that you are. Okay. And then someone said, but what did we have to do with this situation? Your issue should be, should there be one, should have been taken directly to her. I didn't know expressing your feelings openly was wrong. Good, bad, or indifferent. You chose to include us into something that we didn't start with you whatsoever. But even still, she spoke how she felt genuinely. You left. Now, I can say what I goddamn feel like. Because you ruined my fucking day. You never checked back on me. And you were someone that I considered someone that I genuinely loved. Maya was present when I had the dream that you died, and I called you, hysterical, crying, telling you how much I loved you, that if something ever happened to you, I would not be okay. I would be completely devastated. And I just needed to hear your voice. I was in a 3-day seclusion, and I broke that to speak to you. I got permission from Yehuda just to hear your voice to make sure that you were okay. You are fucking so out of line. So out of line. I brought you up on my fucking platform, which you were supposed to do first. It never fucking happened. And you're mad because I'm saying it didn't happen? Then prove it. Prove that it happened. Because it didn't. Present the interview. So then I posted what I read to you about me changing your life and how you met me and how you were led to me. Did Yvonne P ever respond? Oh, I got your phone. Okay, I'm sorry. Just a moment. And this is what I said. Ma'am, you put my teachings in your book before ever doing the podcast, which is why you reached out. I put you up on my platform before you ever did. I never asked you for anything. What happened to you doing that? You apologized and corrected an email, then stopped sending your daily stuff to my team. As you were sending daily devotions to my team, inspirational. But when you and I had the conversation that you cried and said it was corrected, you stopped talking to everyone. That's the pizza. You stopped talking to everyone. Because you were never genuine and never fucking correct. Okay? I said making sure everyone else felt it. I don't owe you anything. Nobody bashed you. I just called you out. You weren't genuine because why haven't I heard from you? And you're blocked because I'm done with it. I blocked you from everything, all of my platforms. I just didn't take time to block you from YouTube. I blocked you from any correspondence on the phone, and I blocked you from my Instagram. in which I see you have a second Instagram that I blocked as well. That's called Empress. When did that happen? Just like the other delusional person that's now Empress. What is wrong with everybody? What is wrong with everyone? So then you said, Quatita, I've been driving to pay my bills and taking care of my dad, by the way, who got ill, which I know. Because we were never even invited. You said we couldn't come to your house because your father lives there. So how dare you attack me for her not giving you her address? We were not even invited to your house, not even to sit outside, because that was the plan, was to sit out and chill. You said we could not come to your house. How dare you then get upset at someone else who did not invite you to theirs? Fuck is wrong with people? I'm not going to read and go back and forth about something that went totally left for no reason. You made sure that it did. Because when I called you, I said, you never called me. I called you. I said, I don't even owe you this conversation, but I'm going to give it to you because every time you text me, I'm getting offended. Everything that was monetary about the fast was about you, not me. I'm good. It's all good. Take care. My motherfucking fast had nothing to do with you, delusional motherfucker. You did your fast after my 2 fasts that I did. I didn't require anyone to do any journaling or anything like that. That was all you. You said, can I help to promote your Lions Gate fast? And I said, absolutely. I'm all for it. I will participate as well. You said there's no drinking. I said, I must drink when I do my aesthetics. That will be the only time that I drink. That's what I said to you. So then when you sent out the correspondence for me to share, you then were calling it the Simeon Yehuda Lions Gate. I didn't feel no type of way. I don't own Yehuda. But I'm watching how you move. So Malika sent you a great wording. It's long. It's long. I'm going to move. And I would read it because she really let it be known. Okay. Let me see. Malika says, so look, I was going to send a voice note, but I really can't even read it like her. Let me call you back, Malika. Because I can't read it like you can read it. Because you'll read me on another point.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Oh, answer the phone, Malika.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh, shit. Answer the phone, Malika. You're sending me the voicemail. There were, I assume there were other correspondences that you had made, but I blocked you. Here's your phone, right? I blocked you, so I could not see all of the other correspondences and things. FaceTime you, okay. The other correspondences and things that you had put into the chat, because I blocked you. That's why I had to call Maya just now. The delusions is going to stop, because I'm not even finished with the emails that you sent. I just want Malika to read you this.
My phone died.
Hey.
Greetings, my phone died.
Oh.
That's why you couldn't get through. Forwarded. I would never. I would never forward you.
Okay, period. Gratitude. Please, you read what you said so much better than, and you were very specific in why you sent this.
Let me see, because I don't think it's going to show up on my messages on my computer. I'm waiting for my phone to charge back up, but it's not charging. Maya would have to send it to me. Yeah, and me trying to reiterate it is not going to give the energy that it needs to give. So let Maya know to send me a copy of it, because my phone still isn't back on yet.
She said, okay. I'm going to eat some of this her pizza. She said, where you want her to send it?
She can send it to our text message together. The one that I have with her. You know, somebody in that chat group don't have an iPhone, Marshall.
We not gonna do that.
Hold my booty button. I'm sorry.
Okay. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
I put, so look, I was going to send a voice note, but it's not going to let me do that. I guess someone doesn't have an iPhone in this group. That was me being funny to Marshall. Let me say this, because I'm realizing it has become a pattern in my life, and I have been working hard to dead that shit, and I'm going to stay consistent. I was with my children having a great day when my phone started blowing up. I have a major issue with individuals not including me when there is an opportunity to seek resolve or guidance or feedback, but feeling privileged enough to then involve me in their shit when it hits the fan. Do not, I repeat, do not confuse me with someone who gives a fuck enough to now engage in whatever you started days ago. Said name, enter here. You had ample opportunity to hit this chat and say, ladies, can we have a sit down and chop it up with Quatita, being that she was offended by something I said earlier this week. And I trust y'all with helping us grow through this to mend whatever might have been broken. The same way you came to us for support and guidance and sisterhood when your health was in dismay and we poured into you.
Indeed.
That was the first part.
And did pour into you, ma'am.
That part.
When you were sick.
So here goes the second part. I must say I am not shocked that you wouldn't think twice about how sending your message to all of us may affect our day, because you didn't take the time to think how the initial message that started all of this that you sent would have affected Quatita's day when you sent it. For her to then react in the same manner you stated you already know she would in your initial text, as you were going to step on her toes, which means you are aware it may offend or hurt her. Then to top it off, once she follows suit and expresses her feelings, you then find the wherewithal to say this shouldn't be discussed by text, when you should have followed that gut instinct from the beginning and waited until the opportunity presented itself to express clearly and respectfully how you felt. If you felt you have the standing in her life to do so. That was part 2. Part 3 is... So I got to give some background on this, because the message that Governess wrote earlier was from Maya. I know, like I said, Governess like to look out for us, so she will leave names out. However, Maya was just saying this is not a message that should be sent to all of us. This should have been sent to Governess. I'm not sure why you're texting the group. And she responded, starting with respectfully, but then responded disrespectfully by saying, well, Governess should have never ... So my response is, when you are addressing Maya, do not utilize that opportunity to then mention something you are dissatisfied about in regards to the result of a situation you created. Maya asked nicely to not involve her in your messy boot situation, and there was no respect in your response. I hope, for your sake, you begin to understand what it is that you teach, which is that words have weight. I hope for your sake you start seeing your worth enough to know that your opinion means something to people who care for you, and you should take into consideration phrases and terms that you utilize to communicate your feelings. I also hope you take heed to what Quatita was trying to explain to you on the phone, when to me, you continue to make it about yourself rather than acknowledge the hurt that you caused. I hope for your sake you learn from this so you can be better to whomever you share space with in the future. However, I want to reiterate, if you don't include me in finding a solution, do not ever feel I am accessible enough to you for you to include me in your problems. Have a blessed existence.
Now, with you saying that, talk about, please, when I called her please, let's just talk about it.
Okay. We were checking out of the room. Mind you, my whole issue with all of this is, I get wanting to say something, but again, you teach this. You teach methods of communication. You sat on this platform that you were invited into, and you spoke into cousins. You felt okay with them pouring their trauma so that you could promote what you do for your because let's be real. When we're up here, it's still a promotion, because people connect. If they hear something and you stand in your word and you are genuine, they hear it, they connect, and they follow you from that so that they can seek guidance or even enlightenment at a future time. So it's always a promotion, even if that is not your intent. intent, but you came on here and you had people pour about things that were traumatic, not only in their current existence, but in their childhood, things that their family members did to them in their childhood. You had no issues with them doing it when it perpetuated what it was that you wanted it to in regards to what you do for those signs that you have behind you that say that you are qualified supposedly by the state to do what it is that you do. However, you have an issue when governess is given the opportunity to speak on something that she's feeling, to speak on something that is affecting her, to speak on the loss. Once again, if you've been watching for as long as you say you have, that we have seen her experience time and time and time and time again. You have an issue with that now. When governess called, I was in the car. We were waiting on Maya J to come out from the lobby of the hotel. I did not feel, and I didn't interrupt. I didn't say anything. I didn't even speak about it. I didn't speak about it until after everything has happened. I think we spoke about it yesterday. I was not happy with the response that was given to governess because at this point, texts were sent back and forth. What threw me was the text message when governess said, "You asked me to cameo, and you had me come in there and you turned me into a student." Okay. You turned me into a student. Sorry, Ro just texted me. Sorry, babe, I don't mean to be so loud. With governess wrote her and said that to her by text, and then she said, "You didn't even have me come in there, like you didn't introduce me," and we were there for that too, y'all. We were trying to find food for governess because she did not want to leave to eat because she wanted to take care of being there for Yali during this live, right? So we heard when she went in there. I said the name. Well, come for me, boo. Send your lawyers because I got a good one and she's ready for you. So she when she said somebody is in here with just the name iPhone.
After I texted and said, "I'm coming into the class."
And so governess had said, "It's me, Yali. I don't know why all of this isn't showing up. I don't know. I'm looking and I don't even see my picture." And she said, "Who is that?" Now we know governess's voice, and they spoke on a regular basis, long conversations. But okay, I'll let you slide on that one. And then governess said, "It's me, Quatita." She said, "Oh, hey," and then continued. There was another portion where governess decided to ask questions to help kind of push people to step forward. Governess shared a private situation and asked for the same healing that she stated she provided on this live. And governess was dismissed in that, and it was something related to a traumatic situation. Absolutely dismissive. Whether she realized that or not, who knows? So when governess sends this text now after receiving the text from Yali and says, "I was there to help. You didn't even introduce me. You didn't incorporate me." Her only response was, "Oh, you would have done readings?" If you don't understand the disrespect in that, governess is so much more than just a spiritual ancestral interpreter. So for you to not be minding your P's and Q's, I wonder what your intentions were for you to be minding your P's and Q's all this time beforehand. Was it a strategical planning, being that's part of your bio? I can't help but to assume. And so I know, as a healthy-minded person, as good as I try to be, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And that is what governess did. Governess did not have to speak to her to give her an opportunity to talk to her directly, but she did. And what ended up happening is instead of speaking about what was hurting governess, it became tears on the other end of the phone call. It became crying and "I would never," and "how could you think this," and this and this and that. And governess let her know in that moment, "I'm sorry for you being affected in this manner, but I do not apologize for what I am saying on behalf of myself." She tried to sway the conversation in my perspective, and making herself a victim so that the heat would be taken off of the table. Mm-hmm. And I was just waiting for the moment that she was going to say, "Okay, now that you're supporting me even in your moment, let's talk about how you felt and why you felt that way." This is what you do as a profession.
Yeah.
That never came.
That's why I know it was strategic, Malika, because you are a trauma specialist and a behavioral specialist. You knew your words that you sent to me would trigger me. You knew it would be effective to me, and you stated it. And then you said, "No love lost here."
But governess, let's say that wasn't even her intention. And this is a lesson for all of us cousins. It doesn't, let's let go of the intent of the first. Once the person expresses that they've been hurt, you fix that. You validate it and you affirm it. That is psychology.
She just kept saying, oh, this is going left. This is going left.
Right. You're supposed to affirm and validate, and before you make it about yourself. That works in relationships, friendships, that's everything. You do that. Let go of the intention in the beginning. Let's dismiss that because, okay, you might say you didn't mean to come off that way, but what are you doing now to fix it? Other than trying to make the person feel like they're not right for reacting in the manner that they are, which was a very humble manner, mind you, to make them feel like they don't have a ground to stand on when they absolutely do. Maya and I sat back and watched this entire process unfold. And I want to say this just in case anybody feels like Governess has yes women on her team. We are not. We speak about what we feel is right. She gives us the ability, and the Governess has called me and said, I just want your feedback because she knows it's going to be honest. She knows I'm going to say, well, Governess, you got to watch what you're doing right here. But what this person did right here is foul. Maybe we can shift this a little bit. You know, if it was me, I would do this way, but you handle it how you feel best, but save that energy. That's why Governess said when she got on here, I said, this person is not worth clicking out on. This being is not worth you giving the best version of yourself. People can't get that energy from you. Everybody doesn't deserve your anger because that's for the people in your life who are doing, that are willing to sit down with you and help you extinguish that anger because they love you that much. Everybody doesn't deserve that. It's a privilege. Governance is an exclusive experience, as we all are. And when somebody starts tippy-toeing on that or stepping on another person's toes and saying they're about to, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, and it's not right, and it's not the way that you treat somebody that's supposed to be a friend. It's not right for you to treat somebody that is a business partner in that manner. Now, let's talk about this, because, Governess, before I go, I have to address this. Okay. In regards to anyone who sends a message feeling as though Governess should have kept her feelings to herself until they finished getting their healing, I also feel that's disrespectful, regardless of what Governess thinks. And I say that because when I sit up here and I talk about Rihanna and Pon the Replay and my intellectual property being stolen and used the same way Khalees just has in regards to the album with Beyonce and all of that, right? When we do that and we express our emotions, you applaud. You say, yes, speak out against her. They should have never stole that from you. However, when Governess has it in her own life on a personal level, you want her to keep it to herself so you can get your healing? When since did Governess's existence, it gave you the wherewithal, or when since does her living her truth have any effect on you getting your healing? If you want your healing, go get it. If you decide not to, that was your decision. Don't put that on her. That's not her weight to bear. Just because you come here for healing, just because this is your home base, that's a beautiful thing. You can get it from both. Why don't you ask yourself why that person canceled out on you? Why don't you ask yourself why that person's trauma that they're obviously not focusing on allowed them to stop the teachings that they were giving you, because Governess has still been up here teaching her teachings.
Now, say this too, Malika, because if everyone left your group because I then left the process, where are the people that you brought in because you said you've been doing this work for years? So where's the people you brought in? Why were your people not there? I'm confused.
And even if you had one, why would you ever stop the healing?
That part.
Why would you ever stop the healing? That doesn't make sense to me either. I'm using your room for a second because Daddy said I'm being too loud. So let me just sit in here for a quick minute, okay? Pause that for me. Gratitude, baby. Yeah, why would you ever stop the healing for those people? And these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. What in that scenario is your intent? I get that you're hurt. I get that you might need time. I get whatever that is. But why not just send out the program then?
And this is her second workbook, because one of the other people, when I was in her Zoom class, won the first one. I wonder now what's in it, because you've been following me since 2020. You got me fucked up, is what you got.
There was something that I read when Maya and I were analyzing the situation to see how we felt, that was something along the lines of, if you spoke it, then I can use it, but I'm going above and beyond to ask you for your permission.
Yeah,
to
the
utilize
email
it.
came in. It says something. You want to read it? Maya's going to read the email that came in.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's definitely each one teach one. But when you are taking my fucking teachings, there's a difference. What she's just said is, and she said it to me, she said, if this woman was white, everybody would be on fire.
Everybody. That's what I told governess on the phone. If this was a genome, everybody would be upset. How's she just gonna steal your teaching? There would be no hold it back, hold it in. And this is where I get disappointed. We didn't talk about it when we talked about our trip to St. Augustine, but I cried when I was there. And then I said, I can't even be upset. There were 2 genomes that pulled up, and they gave me my space because I was crying at the different statues that had the stories on it. And I said, how can I be upset at them for getting close to me while I'm in that moment when my people ain't even here?
Right.
Why does it have to be a fire on the other side for us to show up? We have to start holding each other accountable. When we do things that are not good, we can't just switch that up because this is a person that we know now. No, the same rules apply. The same respect that I would fight in regards to you getting is the same respect that I fight for someone else getting, even if you're the one that's creating the situation.
Here it goes. This is the email, and this came in March 28th, 2022. Greetings, Queen Miss Dean. First and foremost, gratitude for your teachings and being a vessel for our understanding and knowledge. Again, my motherfucking teachings are acknowledged. Is somebody unclear about that? You know, okay. Because of your help, again, I've grown tremendously over the past year. Now, this is March, April.
Do you see what Ebony wrote? Because I forgot about that. Ebony said this goes back to when Spirit said people would take your work and teach it as their own. We were so busy looking at the genomes and the others that already had names that we didn't even apply that to this.
No, we didn't. So she says, because of your help, I've grown tremendously over the past year. She names herself. I am no name, not important to me. And I'm sending you this message to give gratitude and also ask for permission. I have attended a few classes and I have learned a lot over time between your YouTube channels and the various classes. Y'all got me fucked up, bro. Who's wrong? Who? No, y'all got me fucked up. I have attended a few classes and I've learned a lot over time between your YouTube channels and the various classes. I currently host a group on Facebook, I Got You Healing, with over 400 members. Why the fuck were they not in the fast? With over 400 members, and we share a lot of ways to heal the mind, body, spirit, and soul, beginning with the cognitive, behavioral, trauma-informed, and spirituality, including but not limited to chakras, color therapy, mudras, vibrational frequencies, and more. Some of the members have asked for me to create a guide for them because it's a lot of information and a bit overwhelming. I understand that the information you share is public and open for all. Really, because she says she took my classes. Is that public? Or did you have to pay? And when you get your text and your email, what does it say in your email? Doesn't it say do not share or copy my material? It does. And if you haven't taken a class, then you don't know. That's what my fucking shit says. When you receive your link to come into my class, it has specific instructions. It will either say, you now have my permission to share this, or it says, do not share my material. That part. Okay. However, with respect, I am asking permission to include some of the education you share about the deities as I create a guide that helps their beginner process.
Hold on, governess. Go back. Start back from the beginning of that sentence. When she says, I understand, start back from that. I understand your information is public.
I understand that your information you share is public and open for all.
Keep going.
However, with respect, I am asking permission to include some of the education you share about the deities as I create a guide that helps the beginner. But You included my reverence and about the deities. And I am sure that it's not all, because in the beginning, again, you said my teachings are very vast on how to heal. As again, you stated in your original message to me that you healed from that using my teachings. So how are you teaching healing or unless you're using my shit? I'm confused.
So what rubs me the wrong way with this is that no matter what publicly this being says to me, if she teaches me something, I will make sure to give respect and acknowledgement to her. Never do I assume that it's my right to just take what you give or what you downloaded or what you've received, no matter where you've received it on, and just run with it because it's public. And then it's respectful, though, that I come to you for permission. I don't even need to hit the respectful part because I'm already giving that naturally. That's not an additional privilege. And it just sways me in such a way that I don't even understand.
It's manipulative is what it is. It's manipulative.
Cool. It's not cool. And I saw someone say we gotta shut this person's shit down. However, and this is just me,
I'm not even interested in doing that.
Right. We don't feed on what doesn't feed us.
I'm not interested in shutting anybody down. This is just what the fuck it is. And that's what people are upset about. Because again, if she was a genome, everybody would be up in arms about this shit. And I wouldn't have had to go through all of this to prove what I'm saying to you. So let me go further into this email. So that was the lie, right? And so I just basically responded saying, I will purchase your workbook just to ensure that none of my teachings are in it. Okay. And you have a great day. I said, I will not be signing anything as we didn't sign anything in the beginning, as the initial interview never happened. All things that occurred on my platform will remain as such. There was never a signed agreement of any sorts, only verbal. And again, I am more than happy for it to be rescinded as it was never upheld. All other contacts should go through my management team. Please forward all communication to MJ for Black Magic. I will discuss what I please, and please, you are welcome to send all information, previous and future videos, to whatever attorney you would like. You do not control me or my platform, and again, correspondence should go through my management team. I don't understand the delusions of people and what the fuck you would think and why you would think that I owe you anything. From what I understood, there was some other text messages that may have come through or whatever in one of the groups. I did not read those, but I just wanted to show that you're a liar. You said you never even discussed it. You said a plenty. You said a plenty. Now, because this email was sent, I was hoping that Yvonne P would have come up on here, but she did. Did she respond? Okay. Because she sent screenshots of a group that she, You got a number? Okay, Malika, I'm gonna call back, okay?
Okay, and can I just, one last thing, Governor?
Please do.
Just in case you are listening, I want you to know that the disappointment comes even in how you handled this now. If it's really about the healing, all of this with removing pages and doing all of this extra stuff, I would have felt better about the situation if you really sat with it. And if you did and you analyzed it, you would see that your words could be taken away, even if they weren't meant that way. We all communicate differently. For you to now say, well, I'm removing this and that, that lets me know that you do not separate the person from the teachings. Because if that was the case, you would have wrote and said, I know that we have had this issue, but I would like to continue with the release of this book as we had it laid forward previously, and we can go in separate directions from there. But the healing for the people needs to be done.
Because it was never about the healing.
Understand that. It wasn't about the healing, and that's where my disappointment lies. I love you, Governess. I love you.
I love you too. And until Ro, I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. You'll be all
right. All right, gratitude.
Gratitude.
Okay. It was never about the healing for you. See, that's always the issue. Everybody kind of want to walk my walk, but it's never correct. Okay. I'm going to see if she answers. She says her phone sometimes kicks it out.
Please leave your message.
And then I'm going to text her. And then you threaten me to not speak on you and speak. Listen, you don't control me. And this will be the last time that I even ever give you this because I don't owe you this either. But I'm going to give it to you because you don't fucking control me. And you are incorrect and you are wrong for in all of the ways. Now, I saw something that was put into my chat and I went over it because I wasn't trying to be malicious or nasty or messy. And so when Yvonne had put whatever she put in the chat, I moved forward. Someone else put in there and said she is a very jealous hearted person. I said, oh, y'all know her personally because I don't know any of that. All I know is what the fuck I know and what happened to me. Okay. So I'm going to try to call her one more time. Because I could have been messy because see, it was a discussion had about this woman to get me not to like her.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Yvonne. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I am well. Um, I'm calling you because of the email that you sent, and of course, we're on the live.
Oh my goodness.
Um, so I am not. I am a receipt type of person. I try not to be a messy person. I try to stick to what the facts are. Now, let me be clear to you about something. We were sitting at Miller's Ale having um, lunch, and I was on the live, and I said, "Hold on, you guys." I had on a pink sarong wrap, and we were all at lunch, right? And I said, "Hold on," and I pressed mute. Y'all might remember that, and I can pull that up for you all. In that moment, I pressed mute because this same woman told me how you were a shitty and horrible person and you were fat and that they didn't like you. Am I lying? Where's the lie at?
Wow.
Okay. So that's why I muted that conversation because I didn't want to be messy and she didn't want me to be messy, but I'm being messy now because you got me fucked up. And that's what was said. And I said, oh, you know her personally? She said, yeah, I had some dealings with her, but she a messy person and she's not right. And I don't like her. Spirit is nasty. Lies, Maya?
No, because I missed that part of the conversation and I was waiting on her to repeat it, but she never did.
Right. And so I unmuted it. We're all sitting at the table eating. So now, Miss Yvonne, because I don't know you, and she was a little upset because this was when Papa had came through and he had said some things to you about you, however you felt about me. Remember? Okay. And so
that was right after the incident that I had with Alec.
Okay. And so
he was talking to me because later on he told me that Alec is actually Papa Legba.
Yes, it is. And so that's why I muted the conversation because she said she had some things she wanted to say about you. And so I muted the phone while I was on the live. Now you sent me an email and you sent screenshots of receipts. Please tell me.
Well, I've had a group called Conscious Form and the Universe. I've had the groups for some years now. And Yali is a part of a circle that was introduced to me by my ex-boyfriend. And so during that time, we all, did, group stuff. I was basically a spiritual person that was introducing everybody to everything. I met Aziza through the Royal Bloodline, which is Terrain's group, Terrain Hicks. And I met her through that group because she was advertising for helping promote businesses. So I had a product line at that time. So once Aziza started having her live shows with you on it, that's when I started following you. That was what, 2019, 2020?
Yes, 2019, I believe.
Yes. So what I would do is every time you guys would go live and have the show, I would post it in all of my groups. I would always share it in all of my groups. That's why I sent you the receipt of me posting that in my group that you guys were having the chat.
Yes.
So she has been seeing this since back then because I know she's commented. She's even been on one of those chats with us and Aziza commenting on it. So it's been longer than last year. It's been longer than that. Fast forward, I was doing a sister circle with who she works with, which is Chanel. Mm-hmm. She goes Ascending Infinite Goddess, something like that. I was doing a sister circle with her, and she was basically using me to get more spiritual information and doing different things. So I just paired up with her. I didn't have a problem with it because me and her husband are good friends. We've known each other for years. So, and they're all also a part of that circle. So, going forward, last year I broke up with my ex, and everything pretty much went to shit. Everybody in the circle pretty much turned, Yali included. One of the circle friends blasted my face in another group and put up a whole meme on me. And at that time, Yali had a spiritual group, and she had invited me to come on and do a lesson. And then she had invited the same girl that did the embarrassment of me. And I told her, I said, hey, I can't be a part of this if you're going to have this woman that does something like this a part of this group. She was like, well, I can't do nothing about that. Me and you aren't friends like that, and me and her aren't friends like that. So it's whatever. I have a text message. I can send. I mean the DM. I can send you a copy of it once I go on my phone later. But I said that's fine. I just wanted to let you know, and then I went on about my business. But throughout the whole year last year, I was just getting things sent to me throughout the whole entire year. And I just felt it and just kept doing return senders because, I do my work. I've been attending your classes and I've learned a lot of things. And just by attending your classes, it was amazing how I connected with the deities. I had an experience with meeting Baphomet and Beth India. I had an experience with someone sent Santa Morte to me. And I had a picture of Yehuda on my wall. I woke up and saw Santa standing in my kitchen and she could not move like she was frozen because Yehuda stopped it. And this is even before the reverences, okay? Mm-hmm. So I just didn't know anything until this past March when I had an experience with Legba being sent to me. And Legba came. He came with his pestilence. I think I sent you a message about the pestilence. And when he came with a whole bunch of grasshoppers, huge grasshoppers. And they pretty much took over the room. And then Mother Dina stepped in. She has her own light, okay? And she told him, hey, this is not her time. She's on her mission. What are you doing here? He stopped and he was like scared. And he was like, I have 6 grievances against her. And she looked at me like a side eye, and she said, those were all returning senders. So all last year, whoever sent him, the whole last year, all the returning senders that I've been doing was the same people. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that, y'all ain't still in my group. Let me be clear. Y'all ain't still in my group. And I still post and share your stuff from YouTube as I have been doing since 2019. So it's not like she didn't know. She been new. Yeah. Chanel knew. Because Chanel also saw it because I've been posting it in my group.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, when Jamal passed away, it was like, that pretty much was the catalyst. Jamal is my friend as well. He was actually my client. I'm a real estate broker. And I was assisting him with finding a house in 2020. And what happened is, he stopped looking for a house because the pandemic happened. He didn't know how his money was going to go. Because he had a restaurant and he did hair. So going forward, when he saw things was getting back to normal, he asked me to help him out again. It was just for him and his mom. He wanted to get out of the neighborhood and move. And then come January, I was out showing him places. 2 days after I showed him a place, he passed away. He got killed. And Yali is his girlfriend, but like I said, he was his girlfriend, but like I said, he was never married to her.
Me and Maya had just recently reached out to her like days before this shit happened. And I said, I even put it on her Instagram. I said, I loved your love, just the way you looked at him. And it seems like the way that y'all were together. I admire that and I love that. Why would I send that to someone that I don't care for, that I don't like, or that I'm trying to, be callous to? Like this for me, Miss Yvonne, was an attack. And I should have understood the way she attacked you without any, and I didn't want to get into it because I didn't want to be messy. So I didn't ask any more questions. I left it at what she said at the table and I moved forward.
And she said that she is very two-faced.
She did say that. Yeah.
If you feel that way about me, why are you learning from me? Why are you in my groups? I've been in African spirituality and in spirituality, period, since I would say 2012, 2013. Like I said, I started off in the royal bloodline, and that is a huge group under Terrain Hicks. And we do rituals, we do a whole bunch of stuff. We learn from the foundation. He taught lessons where we learned the foundation. We learned that we couldn't access any deities until we got with our ancestors. He taught us a whole bunch of stuff. So whatever I learned from him, I would share with my group. Whatever I would do, that's just how I am. But I'm about my business. I'm about doing what I got to do for my business. I work for myself. I haven't worked for a job since 2020.
Understood.
And my child hasn't been in school since 2020. He's homeschooled. I don't play. And
right.
Even when it comes down to something like that, I don't play spiritually. I didn't really have to do anything because, like I said, the deities are awesome. Mm-hmm. I have learned so much from you and so much from just watching and practicing what you say. And
gratitude.
That's all you have to do. I just don't understand the disrespect. I don't understand the trolls. All I see them as is a distraction to stop you from doing what you've been doing. And you have been doing nothing but helping us elevate. And I am so upset that she would say all of that mess, but it's not surprising. That is why those people had to be out. I had to move from them. That's why that circle is not going to do nothing but fail. And honestly, her and Chanel, after I refused to go forward, because my main purpose last year was to finish up my brokerage license and open my brokerage. That was my main purpose. So because I was about my business, I didn't care about anything else. And I was not able to be utilized again by Chanel, so she hooked up with Yali.
Well, I just want to say gratitude to you for even just coming on here telling your truth, and again, you did send screenshots. So we do have those receipts for anybody that's going to say that that's, fiction and false. So I won't keep you any longer, but I want to show gratitude to you, Miss Yvonne. And, I just appreciate it. you know.
If I did anything to introduce that energy, I apologize because that was not my intention. My intention was to share your message, and only for other people that wasn't aware to be on track. That was all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's how each one teach one. That's how you do that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I show gratitude to you, Miss Yvonne, and I love you to life.
I love you too.
All righty. Gratitude. All right. Peace.
Bye bye.
Like I don't understand people. I don't know why people are like this either. You know what I'm saying? Um what I would like to do is come back tomorrow with a different and better energy and do some readings, because I gotta tell you, my energy is so funky and fucked up right now because I feel like people got me fucked up. And again, my life's work is always hindered by the dysfunction of fucking other people and the threats of other people after they have been exposed for whatever the fuck they were doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so. I hear you, Yehuda. Maybe if we raise the frequency, I might feel a little better. I seen that light blink. Um, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. This shit has been for years straight. Years straight. Like somebody said, I can't even keep up. Which season is it? What the fuck is going on? People in their delusions, people sending text messages and emails because they want me to validate their shit. It took me years to get to this part of this in this spiritual walk. And you think because you've watched me for how long now, you're now in the same process as I am? You think you are accumulated to where I am? I'm really sick of it. I'm sick of the delusions. I'm sick of all of it. I'm sick of people wanting me to validate so they can feel like they're great for whatever reason. Follow the fucking blueprint of the teachings. Now, let me also say this. I have said time and time again over the last few days, don't nobody speak for me. Inside of our aesthetic we had the other night, I was out. I was no longer myself. Yehuda was in the vessel. Yehuda asked Maya J to lay me down for 20 minutes for an intermission, so I must regain myself because Papa had got my vessel drunk. And that guy don't care. He'd be drunk as shit. I was drunk as shit. And the deities were still trying to perform. I had people that I invited here personally. We made phone calls over dinner, Maya J and myself, and we personally called people that we already knew had been vetted and that the spirit had already given the okay. There was one person I kept trying to call, and I kept saying, I'm going to go on and call. And Yehuda said, no, you are not going to call her. She is not to be trusted. So I did not call this woman. Everyone else I called. If I didn't call them, my J called them, we called them together and invited these people to come here personally. I even made the announcement that I would do so, in which we had a couple here who needed the work. Excuse me, from my understanding, some of the deities said they came strictly for this couple. So when this couple left out of the room, someone took it upon themselves to unmute themselves to speak horribly about this couple on my fucking platform. You spoke disparaging words. You said these people were here to kill me to whatever degree. You said what you were picking up or reading. See, this is my problem. Everybody is a fucking reader until they're not. You said a whole bunch of disrespectful shit. Right, Maya?
Yeah.
to the point where Maya had to step in and say, Quatita has vetted these people herself. But see, the problem is you were overstepping in the beginning of the mistake as well. I just let that shit roll. But had I been myself when this happened, it would have been a different story. Maya just didn't want to step on any toes by doing what she really wanted to do, which was tell you about what you just did and then excommunicate you out. Because of that, you are never allowed to attend another mistake. And if so happen you ever send your money, it will be refunded to you. Because not only were you out of line and it was disrespectful and you don't fucking speak for me, you, one, don't know if they were related to me. You had no clue who they were when you said what you said. Two, out of everyone on the Zoom and in attendance, they called the next day and said, may we please have a copy of that? And I said, absolutely. Then I had to call them and let them know there were some things unknowingly by me said about them by you. I had to then do damage control and explain what I still haven't seen because I haven't watched it yet. So I have no idea what was actually said. I know what Maya heard and what the people around heard and what you said about this couple who came for healing. So then I had to call them and explain to them what was said and that I do not feel the same way, that you do not speak for me. But this is the problem with people overstepping their fucking bounds. This here is a walk with the ancestors in which I am the owner and operator of. No one speaks for me. Maya felt like she didn't speak for me. That's why she didn't do what the fuck she really wanted to do. She was angry. You were so concerned. Why haven't you reached out and said anything to me? Because you were so concerned about my safety. You are out of line and you have overstepped. And now I see Papa Candelo on one side of my fucking face. I am so sick and disgusted, and that shows the level of disrespect that people seem to have for the governors, where they feel like they're always in protection of, but you don't realize what you're doing and who you're hurting. Again, you didn't know that couple. You didn't know who they were to me. I knew the hurtings of that couple, which is why I invited them. You're out of line, and you are never allowed to attend another mistake again. And again, if I should see your donation or your money come through, I will make sure that I refuse it and refund it back to you. Please join me tomorrow as I will be doing the readings from the list. And let me tell you who's on the list. I don't have it in me right now because I'm angry as fuck. For real, I am. He get somebody. He gonna say, you can do it. Listen, I'm so angry, bro. Let me tell you who's on my list, please. Huh? I don't know. Let me see. Some coffee. I'll take some coffee. Always take coffee. I'm so irritated. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my work. This right here. Because since I was reduced only to a reader, this is what I do. But it's not all that I do. And it take a lot for me to fucking do this. Because I have to invite the energy and I have to get me to a good frequency. Because if you're not careful what the fuck you're doing inside of this word, you leave yourself open to some other shit. And I never do that because I work with a beautiful high team in which I'm actually a part of. People overstep their fucking bounds, bro. The only fucking people to ask for the recording was the people she fucking talked about. That blew me, bro. That blew me because you fucking out of line. What I'm picking up on, what I'm sensing is the way they came to me. And they said she was completely out of line. Chaz, you were in attendance, right? You're fucking out of line, bro. Anyway, man, I have Dominic James, but I know that he also signed up for a personal session, so I don't know if he wants to go with this. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? It is. The level of disrespect that people fucking show. L'Oreal, Brandy Mack, Paris Kroom, Katrina, Estella, Danielle, Lisa Joseph, Tiffany Ballard, Izani, Derek, Tiffany Martinez, Brittany, Shireen, Mildred, did her. She's no longer here. I did not mark her off. Let's see. This one is already done. Okay. Bethany W, Ashley R, Queen B, in which I still don't have your name. I've asked for that several times. Did you, my love? You're done. Shay Morgan, Miss Peaches, Lisa W, Tavia, Lakeisha W, Ivy, Lakeisha from 469, Jordan O. Our list, we got our list down pretty good. Is there any of these people that are on this list that are on here tonight? I'm so fucking irritated. Did y'all see them pictures that I posted? At the Maesthetic, yeah. So she made me so mad. She kept popping up on the individual screen. I had to stay off of it. I didn't want to see her face because she's out of line. What's my number one rule? Even in my Maesthetics in class, I have one rule. Yes, the trees. I have one rule. Has anyone ever attended my Maesthetic via Zoom? Because I have a rule. And the fact that it was even mute. Keep yourself on mute. You kept coming off of mute to speak. Tell myself, oh, you need to show your name and you need to show your... You don't work for me. You don't work for me. You don't speak for me. You're fucking out of line. In totality. How dare you fucking speak on these people? You know them people? You're out of line, bro. Clear my space of energy, gratitude. Let's meditate. Pammy sent me something. Let me see what Pammy sent me. To make you who to take the wheel. Gratitude, Pam. Huh? Oh. I don't smoke. Greetings, Jonathan. How are you? You say you haven't been and you even know the very trashy behavior, but then I'm always the wrong one. Now, how I had to come out and check that, now motherfucker will run and take that shit like I didn't say something wrong. Now, motherfuckers is out of line. Out of line. And then want to lie and make themselves correct. It be the delusions for me, bro. What is this? See, this is shit. Gratitude, Miss Anitra. See, I can't. That just really pissed me the fuck off. I can't. I don't even have words for just what the text I just opened up. I just received the text. I'm so confused. Who just texted me, bro? About Chadwick and Michael. And then you're putting my name in it. What are you doing? This is what I say when I say people don't speak for me. I'm a loser. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, bro. In the middle of me saying people don't speak for me, somebody just sent me a text of them arguing, of saying that they were not harassing Michael B. Jordan because they need to know what Miss Dean has said. What the fuck? I can't make it up. I'm gonna go play with my pussy because this is fucking with me. Yo. I don't even know. I feel like because you're the same person I ignored the other day. What day was this? And you said you love me to life. And this was Saturday. You told me you love me to life. You said you can't express the love, and I love you back. But you sent me a recording of Rainwater talking about me. It's one I've already talked about, I've already taken care of, and I ignored it. Because I thought, well, maybe you just didn't know that I had already addressed that. Oh, So now, today, I don't know what this is. You sent me something about Egypt. I don't know. And I don't know why the genome is screaming over there. That was yesterday. You sent me something about Egypt and Gaza. Then just now, you sent me pictures of Chadwick and Michael together with a screenshot. Please stop this. Of you going back and forth. I don't even see who you're going back and forth with, but it's just you or someone you captured. I don't know. Saying, I don't know who this is and why you're arguing with someone, saying that they said that you're harassing them. Please explain because I only give out love and support. Like, please explain to me how me supporting him is a form of harassment. Because if that's the case, y'all can go on and file a report since I just go around harassing people. Tell me what history you have of me harassing anyone for that matter. And never once has the information that Miss Dean shared, I have went and misused or used said things to harass anyone. You need to find someone else to. People don't speak for me. You don't speak for me. I'm going to bed. I'm going to just go lay down. Using my fucking name. I can't even make it up. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. You're using my name. You're using my name. Again. I can't even. Okay. I had some people texting me over the past few days. Oh, okay. So I did a session for one of my beautiful cousin families over in the UK today. And she says, every time you say I love you to life, I think about the Grace Jones song. And I'm like, Grace Jones? She said she has a song called Love You to Life. And she played a little bit for me. And I'm just going to play it to see how it makes me feel because I actually kind of liked it when she played it. So I downloaded it. So you're overstepping their boundaries. Like, you know? But let's just play Grace Jones. Oh, yeah, all my clientele used to be from the UK first. People don't know that. Breathe. In your nose, out your mouth.
Always looks for an answer. Question. I love you to life. 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 Could your dark heart be contagious? Would you
Great shit.
If there is no law, there are no is what you're jealous of. You're still existing on another plane. If you should venture on a question not asked, so strange. We're all so different somehow. Different. Falling like a star that leaves a trail, then vanishes behind you. You play with the same feelings that the gods must possess. Between the beginning and the end, you'll find magnitudes of questions that divide. Attracted to immorality, attracted to immortality. If I could have my way, there would never be an end to this beginning. If I could have my way. If you turn it up. I Love You to Life by Grace Jones. Yeah, this was a vibe. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. What I will do is this. There was a young man that was found hanging in a tree named Dante Jones. And someone sent it to me and asked me if I would do a walk with crime on that. And that's what I'll do. And then tomorrow I'll come back and do the individual group readings on my list. And again, I show gratitude to everyone who's been so patient with me in the list. And honestly, I'm just dragging it out because I know people like to see it. And I'm not, well, I'm dragging it out, but I'm not being quite on top of it because I'm really thinking about taking a break. And so I'm just trying to, because I know how people love to do it, and I love to come on, and I love to do it online. And Maya asked me the other day, she was like, which one do you like to do better, your individual readings or, the live readings? My favorite thing to do are group readings, and not just like on the Zoom. I like to do person come in and do the readings. I love to do that, and I love to take the calls. That's why I say I should be on the radio doing it. But no radio stations have ever offered me, and my name is everywhere. That should tell you something.
And if I wasn't the truth of the shit, my name wouldn't be everywhere. His name is Dante Jones. Oh, Malika, come on. No, you can't burn yourself this time. Watch your booty. Almost. Let's grab another piece of pizza. Eat a little corner. I have him. I don't want to get up because I got these little shorts on. And every time I get up, half my booty cheek is out. And I don't know. I ain't even got no booty cheeks. You want a hug? Gratitude. Cute. Okay. Let's look at who Dante Perez is. He was in the military. His mom spoke out. Every time I come on, oh my God. Oh, she's horrible. Oh my God. What is that? What is that? Oh God, what is that? It's not gotten better since the time she's. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God. That's a little better. Phew. Do you know how much it just took? Holy shit. God damn. She didn't put on 20 million lead. What the fuck? Oh wow. Oh. Well, that's some of y'all baby mamas. And it started off. And I changed my shit because of all of the scammers. Look, I want you to see it from the beginning. Look. Oh my God. Let me see. Let me go to it real quick. What the fuck? Why did they change that to that? That is not supposed to be that picture that's on there. Oh my God. I changed my picture and then it's changed it back. I don't even know why. Now I gotta change it again. So who the fuck told you to do that? I'm gonna change my beautiful picture back to what it was, which was this. Okay. So I had changed my profile. I'm so angry. What the fuck? Oh, let's say. So I changed it. So if anybody wants to know what my real Instagram is, this is it. And that is the picture that I've used. I changed it. Okay. But I'm going to show you this. We're going to go ahead and get into Dante because I saved it the other day. Oh, I'm going to play this for y'all too. I just got back on. I got to watch because they fuck around and block me. Where this shit at? What I say from here? What the fuck? I want y'all to hear this story. This is David Wilcox.
Probably one of the most shocking things I ever heard. It came from my insider, Jacob, I call him that in the book, who actually was working for the Rothschilds and still does, and also is a whistleblower who doesn't really do what they want, but continues to work for them because he feels like there's some very serious extraterrestrial threats to Earth and that what they're doing is very necessary to protect us. So the story goes that in the 1960s, there was a black man in Africa who came in with abilities complementary to those of Jesus. And he was performing miracles. He was starting to get people to listen to what he had to say. And the cabal tried to kill him. And, you know, they could shoot him in the head and his skull would just regenerate and the flesh would grow back, and he was fine. And, so the crazy story that I heard, and remember, I was told at the time that if I disclosed this, that I would be killed. And I ended up putting it in the book anyway. The story was that this guy, they finally said, okay, we're going to bring you to the United Nations and share your message with the world. Let's get you on this flight. They bring him on this flight, and instead of bringing him to the United Nations, they shot him repeatedly, and then actually had some kind of meat grinder device, and basically like a bandsaw, I guess, and sawed up his body into a whole bunch of pieces, put him in these very like radioactive shielded containers, and then had all these fighter jets dock with the plane and fly his body parts to all corners of the world, where then these containers turned them into ash. And they thought that maybe this would defeat him, like that his body somehow, the tissue was necessary. So if they destroyed all the tissue in all these places across the world, maybe they could defeat him. Well, he then regenerated in their offices and was fully fine, fully intact. But the sad part is that he said, you guys so badly do not want me to be here that I am not going to be able to do any more. You're going to get what you want, but bear in mind that in the future, many others like me will be coming, and when they do, you will not be able to stop us.
Wow. Well,
that is all I know. Unfortunately, there's nothing more to the story than that.
Incredible.
But it is an incredible story.
Incredible.
What y'all think about that? Crazy shit, isn't it? I'm looking for a specific story. I'm gonna have to go here. I'm gonna pull it up. All right. Let's listen.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda. I'm Lily Tomlin.
Not today.
And I'm Sam Waterston. And I'm
Y'all
also
seen
here.
Olivia
I'm
Newton-John?
I thought it was
Dante Jones was found dead in a park, hanging from a set of monkey bars.
I don't want to see another family to go through this.
Police say the father of 3 killed himself, but his family believes he was murdered. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Put another pack in here. This is good. My always makes my coffee good. That was good, man.
On June 17, 2022, Latina Bedford Dean says that she got a call that no parent should ever get. Her son, Dante Jones, was found dead by a stranger in a park in Bluebell, Pennsylvania. It's an affluent suburb right outside of Philadelphia. It's about 88.1% white, according to U.S. Census data. Dean says that she started asking questions. Bluebell was not an area that he frequented, and his wallet was missing. Dean recalls a conversation she had with her son about a year ago.
He said, Mom, if anyone ever tell you that I committed suicide, don't believe them. I love life and my family too much.
So when detectives told her Jones hung himself with a military code about an hour away from home, she didn't believe it. She says that she had just spoken with him around 11:40 the night before about having an argument with the mother of his youngest child.
What did he tell you that night? She was saying things and he was like in shock, like, why are you trying to make me look like I'm a bad guy? Like, why are you lying? Like, I didn't do that. I said, listen, go home. And he said, okay, I'm going to go home. He went home, and that was the last time that I heard from him.
The next day, he was dead. This is the statement we got from the Whitpain Township Police Department. It reads, around 7:45 a.m., a resident walking on a trail reported seeing a man leaning against a piece of playground equipment. An officer and paramedic responded immediately and found Mr. Jones unresponsive, and officers found nothing suspicious after conducting a grid search. But his family says there were defensive wounds all over his body.
The natural human instinct is to fend somebody off if they're about to hang you. When we actually...
So this is the thing. The initial thing that I saw on her speaking, his mother, she said that she has asked for an autopsy and they're refusing to give her an autopsy for her son. If they do the autopsy, they won't give her the results. She wants to know if someone had given him something. Okay. Um, she said her son would never hang himself. And I believe this was in Montgomery or something. Um, this was during the Juneteenth weekend. Now, um, I believe that some people believe, and this was here posted. This is the shade room. Um, I do believe that it was dropped on purpose. Um, I'm gonna tell you the first thing that I get. Um, I feel like they wanted it to look like a race crime. I feel like that's why they hung him. I feel like this has nothing to do with race. You say Montgomery County, PA. Okay. So I want to see if I can pick up on anything for him, and then I'll do that. And then tomorrow I'll come back and do some individuals from the list. Um, I'm going to pull up his picture so I can look at it. And I actually want to call Tap In. Y'all know what Tap In with Tiff is? If you don't, you can book her on my website at www.awalkwiththeancestors.com. You can book with her, Takara 11, Tap In with Tiff, Charming T, and Cosmic TJ. All are very, very good. But I'm going to see. Let's see. Because they made it clear how many white people live in that neighborhood. Yeah, I feel like they wanted this to be a race thing. But I don't necessarily feel like that's what it is. Okay. I feel like he was purposefully put in this neighborhood. So it would look like a hate crime like this. So this will look like, Tiff, can I call you? Is that okay? I don't know if you feel the same way, but I know you also love to do this. And I would love to have you up if you're okay with coming up. I believe somebody put this man's body here to make it look like that this were a race issue or that the genomes did this. Unfortunately, I feel like there's some sort of family affiliation here. Besides Dante, I want to acknowledge somebody else with the D name that he will be connected with. And not saying that that person is responsible for this, but this is how I work and how I operate. I know he has children, but I keep hearing 3, 4, 3, 4. So I don't know if he has 4, but only 3 are biologically his or something. I don't know what that is. So I hear 3, 4, 3, 4, and that's kind of how I operate as well. If you've never had a session or seen me do this. I also keep hearing somebody say that this nigga is heavy. Because I feel like he was already gone when they took him there and hung him. I believe that this is a conversation and an argument that went badly. I didn't see if Tiff said I can call. I hate to call if I can't call, but I'm going to call you because I love how we can bounce off each other as well. I feel like this is an argument that went badly. I actually feel like it has a lot to do with the children. Because I feel like 3 men are in this, but 2 men like took him over to this park, and there was a big man that would be like similar to his size, and I keep hearing one of them say this nigga is heavy. I got gas. I just want to poot. I just want to poot on the blade. There's also someone with a J name I want to acknowledge, like Jermaine, Jeremiah. There's a J I would like to acknowledge too. Hi, Tiff. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I see you say the energy is high. I don't know if you're picking up on anything or if you're even picking up on what I pick up on, but I would love to hear what you have.
Okay. Do you have his first name? That's all I need because I feel
His
like
name is Dante.
Okay. Let me see what I'm picking up on.
He tells me something about June.
The first thing that I'm getting is disagreement, but I feel like I'm seeing him as well. I don't know if he had like kind of like a short low top, but kind of curly. His hair, but
I can show you if you're still able to see your screen. I'll show you the picture that I have up of him. Okay. This is the picture. If you can see him. I keep picking up on something in June as well. Like there's some sort of, like this started in June or something. I definitely want to acknowledge that as well. He tells me that the devil is in the details, and if they would actually just look, they would be able to see certain things. I also feel like there's a scar on him or his neck or like a scratch. Go ahead, Tiff.
Okay. I feel like this took place at, I don't know if he's like a townhome or for some reason he wanted me to say apartment too, but he's showing me like the outside of the home and I'm seeing like a driveway and I don't know if I'm seeing like a white or silver four-door car in the driveway. Go ahead, Governor.
I'm just I wrote down what you said, townhouse and apartment. I agree with you on that because I feel like this was like a disagreement between him and some people that he knew. I feel like it's something to deal with a family, his family, a family that he is in connection with. He keeps saying June. I don't know if somebody is June, or if that's a month of June, but I also feel like there was a fight because I see somebody get flipped over a table. Like this was a knockdown, drag out.
I agree, and I keep getting pressured or ganged up on.
Yes.
Like I keep feeling like I'm getting cornered. Like he keep putting me in his shoes.
He says,
keeps
"Can."
saying, okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
I'm sorry.
Mama.
Okay. Because he just keeps saying it ain't right. It ain't right. He keep repeating that, and he keep giving me the feeling like it's somebody close to him or that he knew or.
And that's what I wrote down. Kin. He keeps saying they are kin.
Yeah. Somebody close.
Something happened to the side of my head because I can feel it right here. I want to be clear too because I feel like somebody had on a wife beater.
Yeah, you just blew my mind with that because I don't know if I'm seeing him in that or if I'm seeing like one of the three men in it or two of them in it, but
the person I see in it looks like a big guy, so I can't tell.
Okay. And I'm definitely seeing somebody darker in complexion than him.
I need to acknowledge someone with an E name that would be connected to him. And again, not that this person did this, but I need to just validate because I keep hearing Everett. So I need to write that down. I don't know what Everett is. I don't know if that's someone's name. I don't know if that's a person. I don't know, but I need to say it because I hear it. He's saying something about getting counseling. If they get counseling, if I got counseling, if she got counseling, if we got counseling, something about getting counseling. He says SUV, some sort of truck like a SUV.
I was getting the word key.
Okay.
And I wasn't understanding it, but.
I feel like he was dazed though, because he tells me he could fight and he could fight really good. And it feels like there was a whole, like, this had to be a jumping, but I feel like he's dazed. So I don't know if he was hitting his head because I keep feeling something on the side of my head here.
Yes, because I'm seeing like me throwing punches, but I'm feeling punches thrown at me. Like a whole tussle of fight that happened.
Like a chair. I feel like somebody hit him in his fucking head with something. Like he's dazed. And that's why they had to carry him. They keep saying he's heavy.
I keep seeing like a dining room area.
Yes.
And I keep seeing him like on the other side, like towards a window or something by the dining room table. But like, you know, on the floor or something in between the window and the dining room table.
Okay. Well, I see, Tiff. I don't know because I thought there was a living room. That's why I said somebody flipped over the table because that's where I see him at. So maybe that's what that is, Tiff. Because there is a table there, and I feel like he's on the other side of it. Okay, Tiff. Let's get into it, Mama.
Like over on the left side or something.
Okay. Something happened on the side of my head. I don't know. He keeps talking about back in June. What's his last name? Jones. Perez Jones. Dante Perez Jones.
Is it the left side on the temple area? Because I'm feeling a little pressure there.
For me, it's on my right, but sometimes it's mirrored, so it may be the left.
Okay.
It may be the left.
Okay.
He's saying something about they didn't even have the right to be there. He also says she did this. Ooh, my stomach. Yeah, I think he was hitting his stomach or something.
For some reason, Spirit it's just drawing me to ask, like, is the child that's in his life or that he had between 1 to 3? Like,
I don't know. I keep wondering if that's what the 3-4 is. Let me see.
okay, because I was being drawn to the, okay.
Well, it looks like, let me see. Let me look and see if they have information on his children. Okay, he has 3. He has 3 children.
Okay.
They look little. They look small. Let me see.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Oh, on June 17th, Dante Perez Jones was found dead at a playground. Oh, I thought this just happened. I thought this happened like just like the other day or something. Oh, this happened in June. Okay.
It's a June.
My stomach.
They closed the case the same day he was found and had him at the park 3 hours later. So we had to get him out the park so we had to evict him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was going to be messing with their man. But they had to just slap something on his case and just close it.
I think they don't really give a shit.
They done it. Just put suicide on it.
But I don't think this is a suicide, and I don't believe that this was about race. I don't believe that.
I feel animosity, like that's the energy I feel behind this. Like, I don't.
Okay, but there's an aspect to it that may have something to do with race, but I don't feel like it does. Let me explain, Tiff. Because what I kept seeing was him being dazed and already fucked up. And I kept hearing, get out of our neighborhood. But Spirit kept saying, this is not a race issue. I believe they fucked him up and dropped him off in his neighborhood and maybe the genome's hung him. Because there's 2 different aspects to this. He was already fucked up. He was already fucked up. They had already fucked him up because he was hellified dazed. And I feel like this has everything to do with like somebody he was very connected to. Let me hear you, Tiff. Oh, my head.
Let me just breathe for a moment.
Go ahead, take your time.
You just keep saying clean up to me, like clean the situation up, like clean it up. That's what I keep hearing. It's like referencing just what you were just saying. Let me see what else I'm picking up on.
Politics. I wonder if somebody else was also in the military. He says 2 birds with 1 stone. Say it again, Tiff.
Keep getting brother for some reason.
Brothers?
Brother.
Yeah. I picked it up a minute ago because I feel like the brother's connected to the female.
Okay.
2 birds, 1 stone. I feel like 2 separate situations here.
Did something happen shortly after his passing, or I don't know why Spirit trying me to ask that.
I'm not sure. All I know was that he was found hanging on some like monkey bars or something. And for me, I thought this actually just happened like a couple days ago when I saw this. I didn't know this happened in June. And the crazy thing is, June 17th, I believe that's my mother's death date. He also keeps saying black. I feel like it's a black vehicle or SUV, or it's dark, but I think it's a black like SUV too. He keeps saying all I have to do is look. There's some sort of marking on him, like I don't know if it's a scratch or something because something happened.
I don't know if I keep being shown his arm. I don't know if that's what he's seeing.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Go ahead, Tiff. Feel free.
But also, when you were saying like he's saying that they just need to look deeper, or the devil is in the details.
Mhm.
Like Spirit is just drawing me to say like I don't know, like people that was close to him or that possibly know more about the situation, or that more knows about what happened, like they need to be questioned more or something. Like that's, I feel the same way. Like it's things that's being overlooked, that's right in front of their faces, or that's right under their houses.
Something happened to me last night while I was sleeping, and I don't know why I want to connect it to this now. I was laying in the bed. I turned off the TV, and I immediately felt presence in here. And so I started praying to Yehuda, talking to Yehuda. And then I was laying on my stomach and I dozed off. And as quick as I dozed off, I felt like somebody was snatching me out the bed, pulling me out the bed, and I screamed, "Stop!" And I jumped up. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I started talking to Yehuda again, like, I don't know what the fuck. I felt, how you want to bring your feet up on the bed and twist them like, you know. And I felt like very, very weird, like somebody was standing at the edge of my fucking bed. But for some reason, I keep seeing that. I don't know if this started like while he was laying down, or I don't know what the fuck that is, or he was being pulled, like he's being pulled out of the vehicle after he's already like knocked out because he's dazed. And it's not necessarily that somebody gave him something. I feel like he's dazed, like somebody hit him in his head.
I feel so emotional. I'm sorry.
You okay, Tiff?
But just going off of what you picking up on, I just want to ask, like, do you feel like when you say that, like, are you saying like he was in and out of consciousness, or like he was still conscious, and like, I don't know, like, because like, I don't know, like, what Spirit is like putting me in is just like, I guess how he was feeling at one point in that night. But I feel like it was nighttime. I don't know. But I feel like I'm like laying in the grass, but it's like 2 or 3 people laying over me. But law enforcement though, like it's the energy is weird, and I'm just,
because I feel like it's two separate things, or we kill two birds with one stone type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like somebody hit him. I keep seeing like somebody. I keep seeing a wife beater. I feel like he was getting the best of somebody. And then I feel like somebody hit me in my fucking head and I toppled over. I feel like somebody keeps tapping him like, hey, bruh. I almost feel like he was pulled out of a truck and thrown out or something. And I feel like he's dazed and staggering. And then I feel like that's when either the genomes came into play and hung him up. Because I keep hearing somebody say that this nigga is heavy. So I don't know if those are the black guys or the genomes. This is two separate things here. I really feel like that.
I feel like that's what I'm picking up on, like what you're saying, like the separate part, would it be a genomes around him? Because that's where I'm like, wait, hold up.
Right, like it's two separate things, right?
Yeah. Like the energy is completely different.
I got a pain on my leg. I feel like there's another D name besides his name.
Oh my goodness, I was just about to say. Oh my goodness, I feel like I was just being said names. Oh my goodness, I was just gonna say I feel like it's an N name being said to me, but I feel like the E name that you say you were hearing earlier, like I feel like that was what was trying to be said to me right now.
Okay, so I wrote down the N. You said an N?
Yes, N.
And then
and I feel like the E name that you
Everett.
said.
Yeah, I feel like it's an E too.
I thought I was hearing Ernest, but I couldn't make out
exactly what I was understood. Hearing,
but I ain't got with names yet. But
okay, no, perfect, yeah.
But it aligns with what you were saying, so.
I'm not even going to do it. I would like for somebody, because the fact that your name is Lynch Liggers, I would like for you out. Get out of my chat immediately. I don't care nothing about you being a transgender. I don't know what that means. And I don't like it. It don't make me feel good. And I don't want you in my chat. You're not welcomed here. Look. There's an E. There is the E. I don't know if that's Ernest, Everett, Irvis. I don't know what the fuck that is. There's an E. And again, two separate things happened.
Spirit keeps bringing me back to the fact that it was a disagreement. Like I feel like I'm being brought back to.
Because I feel like somebody's daddy is involved. Would you say it one more time, Mama?
I feel like it was an argument that happened. Like I feel like I'm going back and forth with a female, and then I'm going downstairs and I'm arguing with somebody else at one point. Like the situation was escalating. Like I don't like.
Why does it matter if I support gay rights? Do you even know who I am? Do you know who I am, Ken? You can't know who I am. That's why you're asking such an ignorant question of me. I don't hate gays. I hate you. Now get him out of my chat, please. You tried it, just like the lynch liggers tried it. Get him out. I don't even owe you a conversation. You're pathetic and be gone. That's how I know you're a op, or you would know that I am gay. How about that? Get this person the fuck out of my chat. I mean, I love dick too. I'm just saying. I love it. I love it. Something about somebody's father. I also feel like somebody came like banging at the door, and I feel like it's not a good time of night. I feel like somebody said they had not heard of them. Like, I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from him. But I feel like the person who said they hadn't heard from him knew why they hadn't heard from him. I'm going to sit quiet for a moment. I'm going to let you tell me what you pick up on.
Um,
Everett is a town in PA, they said, Tiff, in the chat.
oh, um, you keep repeating the word papers to me, and for some reason, I keep hearing, I don't know if he had something to handle or responsibilities that he needs to take care of, or if it was something's been connected to or stemmed to the disagreement that he had with someone. But I keep getting that word. Let me see what else I'm picking up on. Okay. I feel like he's showing me like I'm seeing like a tall male, and I feel like he's like kind of older in age than he is. But I feel like this is definitely connected to the father figure that you say you were picking up on.
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting the word overbearing though with his energy.
I want my mods to watch this chat, please.
He keeps directing me to the young lady that was in his life, and he keeps making me feel like it was either a lot of people in her ear or bad influences in her life. I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to say, but I feel like that's exactly what you're trying to say.
Said people in ear.
Yes. And was he young? Because I feel like he keeps telling me like he was into a lot of things that he had no business just being into or has to be worried about. But
all I know is he was in the military. He was an Army vet, and he apparently had 3 children. He was a loving father, and that they found him hanging.
okay. It just makes me feel like he had a lot of stress on his plate for just his age, or that's what he was expressing. Let me see what else I'm picking up on. Is there another here?
Yes.
Okay.
You say his mom's last name is Dean. Yes. Okay. That's crazy because I was trying to put the letters together, trying to figure it out, Malika. Like, I was putting done, like he knew he was done or something, like done. But they trying it, charming, and nobody gives a fuck. That's where the narcissism come in, because the genome think they matter and they fucking don't. You're so irrelevant. That's why your children are irrelevant, because their genetics are irrelevant and they're recessive, and they couldn't stand up to my piss in the cup if I gave it to you. Genome. Your children die of unheard of diseases because you're beasts. And we're the kakusa. And your children are born with tails and 3 nipples and shit. Anyway. What else you got, Tiff?
I feel like he's mainly just sending a lot of love to his children. That's the last thing I'm picking up on.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. All right. I wrote down everything that you said. I won't hold you. I'll let you go. I want to show gratitude, Tiff, for coming up and being here with me tonight.
Gratitude to you, cousins.
Gratitude. Got my head hurting. All right. Love you to life, Mama.
Love you. Have a good night.
You too. Tiff is really dope. Y'all can book with her on a walkwithancestors.com. I know she was nervous tonight, but Tiff has put out some shit where she's been gone viral several times doing this kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I call this a walk with crime because this is my platform. But with like locating people, finding, talking to them after death, and understanding what happened to them. Tiff is very good at that. So, and we also have Cosmic TJ, who is also good at that. He's also a medium. And then we have Charming T, who does her fucking thing. And then we also have Takora 11, who does her thing. You can find any and all of them on a walkwithancestors.com. Yes, you can share this. You can share this.
These people are saying it's like the police department is like right behind the park is right behind where he died. It's happened within a close perimeter to police department. And it didn't get no media attention.
That's why I feel like this is two separate things. This I live in Bluebell as well, literally 3 minutes away from this part. I would stand for this black man in protest. They need answers. The community needs answers. Can you make this a share of us? Like, okay.
This is the cousin's TikTok.
Okay. This right here, the guy that's speaking. Okay. Because I feel like this is two separate things. I feel like he was attacked by people that he knew, but I feel like I feel like he was attacked by people that he knew. He also says something about a debriefing politics. They killed two birds with one stone, because I feel like he was left in that neighborhood and then was later attacked. Because he was disoriented and fucked up. And I feel like that's another reason why, because I feel like he is very dazed. But I feel like this happened before he got to this park. I feel like it looked like it was a race thing, which is why I feel like they left him there, because they probably knew exactly what would take place there, right? Because some genomes took over this. I know there was some sort of injury to the stomach, something to the head, which made him disoriented. I feel like there's a D. There's a lot of things here. And it's definitely not what it definitely seems. You said Bluebell County is known Klan territory. Some of the Lancasters, PA, cops, and counties over when cover things up with male bodies. That's why I feel like they knew what would happen if they placed him over there. I feel like he was placed over there after he was already beat up and disoriented and knocked out. And I feel like he was dazed and he was drugged out of a car or a truck and was placed over there. But I am not for certain that those are the same people that hung him, because I feel like the genomes took over this and hung him. I feel like there's two separate things that have happened here. I'm grateful to Tiff, to what she was able to pick up on. She picked up on something about the arm. I keep feeling like there's a dark vehicle, like a SUV as well. And I kept hearing Everett. So I don't know, but someone said that Everett is in Pennsylvania as well. Tiff says she feel like somebody was in a female's ear. And so I feel like you said he had bruises on his arms? Okay. You said no ligature marks, but a scratch on his neck instead. Okay, that's what I was picking up on, and what Tiff picked up on. You said I'm stuck on a father. There's something about a father as well. These people absolutely know what happened to him. This is two separate things. His arms, his chest, and thighs. Okay, because there is two separate things that happened here. Gratitude, Malika. Malika is such a great researcher. To my team, we will be having our meeting for Let's Have the Conversation tomorrow. And then I have some sessions that I have to do. And then I will come on later on tomorrow night and do some of the readings from the list. We'll raise the frequency. Anything else you got, Malika? I know somebody had on a wife beater. I know that. I don't know if he was the one in a wife beater or if it was someone else, because someone had on a wife beater. His name is Dante Jones, and he was found hanging. Um, so, TJ, do you pick up on anything? And again, you can find them. Let me see if I got my banner up. Put this up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm just moving shit. Uh-oh. God damn it. Wait a minute. You said they also opened the park back up a few hours after finding him. Yes. The list is closed at the moment. We do have quite a... He said just the father being repeated heavily, to be honest. It could be the female's father, because one of them is a bigger, thicker man. To book for myself, you would have to call my phone number Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And that is 513-328-0061. 513-328-0061. And then to book for Tiffany, tap in with Tiff. You can find her and Cosmic TJ, Charming T, and Takara 11 on my website at www.awalkwiththeancestors.com. And so I really pray that the family gets some answers. I don't know what else to say, but I think it's unfortunate. And again, I really feel like this is two separate things that happened, killing two birds with one stone. Unfortunately, I hate to say it like that. Anyway, I love you all to life. And again, I'll come back tomorrow with a different energy. And we're going to see what happens. Love you all. Gratitude. Have a good night. Peace.